Spiritual wealth is not what most people think. Most people believe wealth is something external: money, status, freedom, options. But there is another kind of wealth that quietly shapes every decision you make: spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth is not about beliefs, religion, or positivity. It's about the inner position you stand in while living your life. And most people are standing in a position that slowly drains them. The invisible reason people feel stuck: many people work hard, they stay disciplined, they follow advice, yet somehow, life still feels heavy. The problem isn't effort, it's not intelligence, and it's not a lack of opportunity. The real issue is this: most people are living from a position of internal resistance. They wake up already negotiating with their day. They make choices while mentally bracing for impact. They move forward while silently telling themselves, "This isn't sustainable." That internal tension becomes expensive over time, not financially, but mentally. What spiritual wealth actually means: spiritual wealth means living from a place where you are not constantly fighting your own life. It doesn't mean everything is easy. It doesn't mean you're calm all the time. It means you are not at war with your current reality. You are not rejecting where you stand. You are not using stress as fuel. Spiritual poverty, on the other hand, looks like this: constant urgency, chronic comparison, needing results quickly just to feel okay. And when someone is spiritually poor, even success becomes exhausting. Language shapes inner wealth. Most people underestimate how much their daily language shapes their inner state. Not public language, private language, the sentences you repeat internally. "I just need to push through this. This is the price I have to pay. Once I get past this, life will start." These phrases don't motivate you. They quietly teach your nervous system that life is something to endure. Over time, your mind stops asking, "Is this aligned?" and only asks, "How long can I survive this?" That is not a wealthy position to live from. Why inner position comes before external results? Here's something most people never consider. Your inner position determines which options even feel available to you. When you operate from fear, you choose safety over alignment, short-term relief over long-term stability, familiar discomfort over unknown growth. When you operate from inner wealth, you choose sustainability. You move slower but waste less energy. You don't need immediate validation to continue. Nothing magical happens, but fewer bad decisions are made, and that alone compounds. Spiritual wealth reduces bad decisions. Life doesn't collapse from one mistake. It collapses from repeated decisions made under internal pressure. When someone is mentally depleted, they accept environments that drain them. They stay longer than they should. They confuse endurance with commitment. Spiritual wealth doesn't make you smarter. It makes you calmer at the moment choices are made. And calm decisions age better. The shift that changes everything. At some point, people stop asking, "How do I win?" and start asking, "How do I stop losing energy?" That shift changes career paths, relationships, financial behavior, risk tolerance, not because circumstances changed, but because the position changed. A person who no longer needs to escape their life suddenly sees more options. Why calm is a form of wealth? Calm is not laziness. It's not passivity. Calm means your mind is no longer running unnecessary simulations. What if this fails? What if I fall behind? What if I disappoint someone? That mental silence creates space, and space creates clarity. Clarity is one of the rarest assets in modern life. Long-term thinking requires inner stability. People talk about long-term thinking as if it's a strategy. It's not. It's a psychological state. You cannot think long-term while emotionally overwhelmed. You cannot plan clearly while internally panicking. You cannot compound anything from a position of exhaustion. Spiritual wealth is what allows time to work with you instead of against you. You don't need more motivation. Most people don't need more drive. They need less internal friction. They don't need better goals. They need a better relationship with where they stand right now. When you stop fighting your present position, your future stops feeling so urgent. That's when momentum becomes sustainable. A quiet question worth asking. Before your next decision, ask yourself this: does this choice require me to constantly fight myself? If the answer is yes, the cost will be higher than it looks. Spiritual wealth begins the moment you stop choosing paths that require self-erosion. Final thought: spiritual wealth is not about manifesting outcomes. It's about choosing a position you don't need to escape from. When your inner world stabilizes, external results stop feeling so fragile. This channel isn't about reacting faster. It's about thinking clearly. In a world designed to keep you tense,